Hello everyone and welcome back to Disc Golf here in 2022. We have the Savanna Open presented by the Upholstery Shop by Leo and powered by Prodigy. Also, the Savannah Disc Golf Club has played a huge part in this event. We are out here at Triplett Park. My name is Nathan Queen and I am joined here by Ace Run Pro Man himself,
Conrad Norwood.
There we go. So beautiful park here in Savannah, Georgia, or just next to it in Pooler, Georgia. January 14th, great way to start off the year with the B tier. And we've got your feature card here with myself. And then your local pro, Adam Howard, coming up from the ground up. Another Georgia boy, Ezra Robinson, part of Team Prodigy. And then his brother, also from Georgia, Isaac Robinson, getting a little bit of razz there. So here we go into hole 1, 312 feet, par 3. And we do play 3 different pads here. So this is the black round. We're playing from the black tee pads the whole round. What do you think about this hole, Conrad?
This hole is very tight. So, I mean, hitting your line and being true to it is going to keep you in bounds because out of bounds runs the entire length of the hole on the right. Very simple on paper, but as far as executing, we'll just see how they go today.
Yeah, you can tell the sun's shining. It's pretty calm today for what we're used to down in Savannah. But like you said, tight gap to start the round, always a little tough to hit. I've got a Star Leopard here.
Looks like you got a little sneaky.
Yeah, just a bit early, but I've got up there right around circle's edge.
Mm-hmm. We've had Adam on film before. Sometimes we make him nervous. Looks like we didn't affect him much on this throw.
Yeah, this is a great way to start your round. For a local pro, you're definitely not always used to being on coverage.
Yeah.
And that first shot can be a little extra nervy, but he executes very well. And Ezra, similar to myself, releasing just a bit early, still sneaks down the fairway a good ways. He'll have a just outside circle 2 look.
Brother tries to make the correction, but hits the tree and ends up staying out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a pretty mean kick. It even hit the ground before it went out. But it should be pretty open down the right side here. He's just got to get the distance right on this hyzer into the basket.
Goes a little long, still inside the circle at the circle's edge.
And Ezra's got a lot of power on that jump putt that he does, and he gives it a good bid, almost has the right height. He'll have a fairly easy par.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that the whole way.
Yeah.
Not too bad of a first miss. And a good bogey save from Ezra. That's not the first putt you want of a round.
That was Isaac.
Good call. For Isaac, that's not the distance you want for your first putt, especially for bogey.
Yeah.
Here we've got Isaac. Nope, just kidding. That was Ezra. And Adam getting the lone birdie for hole 1 here. Local showing us how it's done. So bringing us into hole 2, 393-foot par 3. If you thought the first hole was tight, then this one is just a little bit tighter. You've got a couple extra added trees that I'll say are towards the center of the fairway once you get late towards the basket, and then you've still got to navigate a few more even once you get up here. Watch out for the water that likes to collect about 45 foot right of the basket as well.
With this one, I'm not even sure if there's actually a true fairway because there's just so many trees, the entire length. He gets the double kick there. Doesn't make it across the bridge.
Yeah, he got that stood up just a little bit too much. For a hyzer turnover right here.
Oh, that looks great. Through those trees. Let's see if it gets through all of them. Oh, yeah, you sneak up there.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that shot. It's a tough angle to hit, especially with the left hand.
Yeah. What was that you threw?
That was a Metal Flake Sidewinder.
That was a Sidewinder. Looks like it has a little bit too much.
So a good branch there.
Yeah.
Straightens him out a little bit. He'll have a circle 2 look. And Isaac, yeah, just a little bit inside there, kicks off to the right side. I'm not sure either side is better to kick to. You really want to stay in the fairway to have the least amount of trees in the way.
Or do that.
Oh, man. Almost an incredible birdie from Adam there.
Yes.
Trying to go 2 for 2. You see Isaac was able to stay pretty close to the fairway. He's going with a big flex forehand and gets inside the circle to give himself a chance to save a good par.
Yeah, and I have to say both of the Robinsons have been working on their forehands. They haven't been known for forehands at all, but both of them are showing some utility with them. Ez with a good outside the circle bid again with the step putt, hitting the cage. We have an alpaca run here.
Yeah, that tree was kind of in the way. I couldn't really do my normal putt. Tried to just get a little floaty one over there. Looks like I might need to put some new ones in there. But a great save from Isaac after an early tree kick. Here's Adam to do the same. After hitting the band, he rolls about to 15, but also able to save the par. So 4 different ways to get a par here, but it looks like we're all going to come out with a par, which is good on this hole that averages 3.32. So a pretty tough par 3.
I saw it and I was like, that looks like a bird.
So after 2 holes, we still have Adam 1 under. Other players looking to get some birdies on the card here. Moving into hole 3, we should have a pretty good opportunity. Only 184 feet. A few small lines that you can hit. I'm not sure there's one designated line that you would pick standing on the tee pad.
Yeah, not really. Unless you're a local. Maybe the locals know exactly where the trees are throughout the fairway, but they're just so scattered that having a clean look is just, it probably just comes with practice and knowing the course.
Yeah, and even with that being said, it is a lot more open than the last 2 years that I was down here. They have a few trees that have gone down, so there's more options than there used to be.
But there's still trees in the fairway.
Adam shows you one of the early ones there. A gator right here. Totally missed my line, but it's cool.
We'll pretend like you did. No one knows.
It's 184 feet, so inside the circle.
That's bullseye right there.
Looks like Ezra is going to try the same way that Adam went. He does get it a little bit wider. Misses all the trees. He'll be about circle's edge on the left side.
Yep. And Isaac throws that a little nose up and hangs it out. I think it's just outside the circle on the right.
Yeah, kind of mirroring his brother. He'll be over there, circle's edge. Nice little floaty Nova shot.
Oh, left side change didn't hold. It's kind of high, so.
And dead center from Ezra.
Yep.
No problem. Both of their putts look just so nonchalant.
Isaac's is more nonchalant than Ez's, but yeah. It's like when I see him putt, I'm like, he's throwing it like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, he really does care about each putt, but.
Isaac especially now.
Yeah. It's funny because when I play with them, I start to mimic them just a little bit. I don't know if it's a conscious thing or not. So yeah, sometimes I'll get into the nonchalantness of the putts, and they land. So hey.
Yeah, so a couple birdies on the card there. Able to tie Adam up after 3 holes. Moves us to hole 4.
Now, hole 4, we are flying the drone from the gold layout, but they are playing from the black, so it'll start.
Which was just right to that tree we passed on the right side. It is 750 foot, called a par 5 for the weekend. You want to get, excuse me, as far as you can off of the tee pad. You either, as a righty, you have a choice to go right of that tree we pointed out on a hyzer, or left of it with a turnover, but there is OB over this water, and there is a sidewalk OB on the right side as well. There's a star wraith here, and not quite what I meant to do.
Oh, really?
Just right at the end, I carried water the whole way. Right at the end, it came back in bounds. That was supposed to be a good bit safer, but it worked out fantastic. I have a very easy upshot into the green.
I say that worked out very well with there being no wind today, because on a windy day, I imagine you're pulling a different disc and taking a different line.
Absolutely.
Hez throws this, and he was flirting with the OB, skipping down that hill. I've seen a lot of them flare off the left side of that hill and go into the OB. There is a line down there, so it's not the water's edge.
Yeah, it's not the water's edge, but they were friendly enough to not make it the tall grass edge either, so there's a little bit of room in there. Here's that hyzer line that I was talking about. Ezra chose to throw the flex shot. Isaac looks like he's going to go hyzer as well. And the only trouble with this shot is if you stand it up a little bit, there's that sidewalk off to the right.
Yeah. And I guess this is an option.
But with the OB line not being right there at the edge, usually the tall grass will grab that. You'll just have a little bit of an obstructed run up.
Yeah. And I guess from here, everyone is trying to get into the bowl. Howard makes it to the bowl, but then rolls outside of the edge right next to the roughness, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the OB line is over there. I didn't actually go check it out. We'll see if that was a good choice or not. But, yeah, he gets up inside the circle, and look at this shot.
This is a standstill.
Standstill, hyzer flip, stand up, with no momentum into the shot. He's able to carry that. That was at least 350 feet. I'm about 280 right here, so a good bit closer. Able to just go with the gator.
Park the wood.
Yeah, and besides being up on top of it, that's about where you want to be.
Yeah.
For an eagle look.
Isaac doing this, Ezra doing the same as Isaac, but just doing a little bit better and parking the wood opposite of you.
Yeah, that was just a pretty flippy stand-up fairway that he threw there. Just a little standstill touch shot. And Adam with the first eagle look and
Look at there.
cans it from outside the circle.
We're getting the run back. First run back of 2020. Let's go.
2022.
Oh, 2022. Dead center, too. That was nice.
Yeah, great putt. Not showing any nerves being on camera at his home course. It's always hard to perform at the home course. I've learned myself anyway. And Isaac not
Nonchalantly.
Yeah,
Just
not
doesn't
wanting
hit.
to be outdone. Goes ahead and cans his eagle.
Nice eagle putt.
Yeah, that was actually pretty bad. That almost fell out on the left side, but it did stay in. And Ezra here for us to go 8 down on the hole. So clearly, this is a par 4. There were 10 eagles on the weekend, and
I thought
But-
that was for the day.
on the day, excuse me. Yes,
Yeah.
there were 10 eagles on this particular round, the only round that we did play from the blacks. So great hole for us, able to get 8 down, improve our scores, and some great standstill shots from the Robinson guys there. Going into hole 5, 371 foot par 3. Pretty tough par 3. You've got the road that plays OB on the right side, and there's a tree line along the left that is pretty easy to skip into with the right-handed backhand shot. That is the best play here. On the left side, there's a light pole that sort of blocks the line to throw just a standard hyzer shot. It makes you shape it a little more. And just to the right of this basket, before the OB road, is a ditch that's always full of water. So if you land in that, you add about 6-7 feet to your putt. Makes it a little testier.
Yeah. You know, I've never paid attention to that light pole on the lefty side.
It's because you're
whatsoever.
right-handed.
Like, you're saying it, I'm like, what light pole is he even talking about?
I go
There
off
it
to the
is.
left of that light pole with a Star Thunderbird. I didn't quite throw it as high as I wanted to, so I
You're
got
right there outside the circle, though. So
Yeah, I got some good ground play. Ezra straightened this out just a little bit too much.
Oh, hits off the gravel, keeps it going straight.
Oh, and that road is so smooth that even though that disc was hyzering out, it didn't let it come back around. It just slid straight. And he's turned this up a bit too, but it's higher,
Yeah, so it's going to come in on the hill.
and that's a great shot.
That's local knowledge there.
Isaac was looking to follow Adam's line, but he does not get that stand up. However, he does get the nice backboard.
That is a nice backboard because he would have been deep in there.
Yeah, that was going to skip at least 20 feet in. He'd have to find a line out, but now he has stayed outside of the woods and will have a circle 1 putt.
On line, but just low. Just going to say this is a slightly downhill putt for you.
Well, like I said on hole 1, I like that one, but it just kind of, you said it for Ezra online, but just a little low.
Yeah.
Isaac able to take advantage of that tree kick to stop him from going into the woods and gets his birdie. Adam with pretty much a formality here, just about 8 feet away.
Yeah. Textbook hole there. Then we'll just have you and Ez tapping out. Ez with his bogey.
Yeah, we have a couple bogeys on the card already.
Yeah.
And this next hole is another chance to get a bogey on the card. Gets a little tight in there.
All right, so here we have 5A, which is one of the temporary holes. It is a
Par 3, 250 feet, but very tight in the woods. It's a pretty funny angle from 2 of the tee pads. This black pad, I believe, is a little bit straighter, but still such a tight line.
Yeah.
And if you kick left or right, then there's just pretty much pitch out back to the fairway. There's not really a good way to navigate forward. And that's looking like one of those pitch outs that I was just talking about.
Yeah, and it looked good the entire way, just until it just kept drifting towards that tree.
And that's about perfect right there.
Yes. That's all you want.
I'd take it every time.
Sneak.
You're asking for it to be sneaky.
It did get a little sneaky. That is more forward than I deserve from that throw.
This one looking good until it hits the tree, but he gets the double kick to keep him in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, great second tree. We'll see what Adam has.
Ooh.
It's a little more open than it looked like from that flight out there, but just
not.
catches a tiny little one.
It's like you see the line that you want, and then it just...
I missed that one by about 1.5 inches. If it would have missed that tree, that was the last one. Ezra just pretty much just pitching up. He'll be happy with the 3 here.
Yeah. As would you or Adam right now.
And Adam putting with Bergs gives that one a pretty good bid.
Do you have a clear line, or are the leaves in the way? I can't tell from this perspective.
They are in the way. I think I'm trying to go over
yeah.
some.
Oh, yeah. I can see from here, though.
Yeah, I went to...
The line was perfect. You can't
Yeah.
you can't deny the line.
I liked it out of the hand. I think those leaves slowed it down just
The
a
roll
little
was
bit.
unnecessary, though. But, ooh, that was a little scary. But it stays in.
Yeah, able to collect a birdie. This hole averaging .35 over par. And our card playing it as a stroke over par, even with the birdie on it.
Yeah, we see the H-Front Pro score boxes are lit up with colors from gray, green, blue, red. I don't think I've seen this many colors yet.
Yeah, and we're only 6 holes in. I wonder what other colors could pop up. So with all those colors, we've got pretty similar scores here so far. Moving us into hole 6, another par 4, 574 feet. Kind of on the easier side of the par 4s compared to the rest of the course, because most of it is in the woods. This one, you've got the right-handed backhand hyzer over the road. You only have to really avoid the light pole, or if some wind gets in there, it could stand you up and turn you off to the right. Once you get that tee shot off, you'll have 200 feet or maybe less into the green, which you can't go long of, or you'll...
I think the green is the one, the part of the hole that gives it the most teeth. I've had locals say they've easily gotten there and ended up with a 3-putt just because of trying to navigate its position on the hill.
Yeah, a 20-foot putt from short of the basket feels like it's about 35 because of how quickly it drops off.
Yeah.
If you miss, you will be outside the circle again.
Definitely. Let me see. Ed's taking the outside line, going over the OB, and just... That's typically the landing area for everyone is right there. You may get a one on top of the hill. I don't know if it plays better from being on top of the hill or on the right, or even for you sometimes. I guess you may end up on the left depending on how you.
He was
does the light pole.
Yeah, he knows. I guess he knows about the distance for the light pole being a local. But yeah, I believe it depends on the wind. Today, it shouldn't matter too much if you're on the top or off to the side of it,
Yeah.
with it being how calm it is. And a little more difficult tee shot for me. I have to make sure I turn it over enough to not go OB in the road. And you see me out drive Ezra there. I just pointed out. With my full flex shot. So Adam first to throw into this green, and he gets it right around circle's edge, but man, that is a scary putt.
Yeah. That's what you want.
That's a little closer to what you want.
Yeah.
Not quite as scary, but you'd still want about 5 more feet on it to be for sure. And Ezra, as I mentioned earlier, has lots of pop on that jump putt that he does, and he gets up there about to that same distance. I'm going with my version of Ezra's little spin putt, AVR X3 there.
And I don't think from your angle the putt is any less scary. I don't think there's a less scary angle at all. Oh,
and Adam, first signs of a little bit of nerves, and it's not from the camera, it's from that big downfall right behind it. Isaac, no problems at all.
Just always putt like the bastard's going to get in the way.
I expect Ezra to do the same here.
Yep.
First bounce back of the year.
I don't know if that's going to be on your UDIS stats.
No, I guess it won't count for that, but I'll make sure I tell everybody about it. So 3 birdies and 1 par on that hole. And that hole did average about 0.25 under par, so kind of what you expect to see from the featured card. Going into hole 6A, our second extra hole, I'll say, of this 20-hole layout. It is 252 feet. You've got 2 different lines, really. There's a line off to the right that has a slight hyzer to it for the right-handed backhand, or there's a straight line dead at it. There is some stuff off to the left side, but it's not as clean. And if you can avoid it, you shouldn't do it. This is the only hole that we'll be playing from the same tee pad on all 3 rounds also.
And if there's a theme, Isaac just found it with the tree. And I guess this is Ez's theme, to hit a tree and then improve the shot.
Yeah, I don't think it was going to be bad, but turned out great. It's a star Colt from me taking that right line. It's the most open line, I believe, for the hole. And Adam a little low inside, but finds a hole through the trees there and skips up inside the circle.
Yep.
This is one of those ones you want to get, and you see out of Isaac's hand there immediately that he knows that. Although it is through the woods, it's one of the more open holes that you have out here.
Yeah, I'm tapping in for his birdie. Is doing a comparison look for distance with Isaac. That's one of the amusing parts about having them on the card together, is that, I mean, there's a certain rivalry that goes along with them, but you know that their taunting of each other is just like, it's normal and it's accepted. It's accepted at a different level than with, any other two pros out there.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that there's some brotherly love going on involved with it. So 3 birdies again there on that hole. That moves us into hole 7, a shorter par 4 with a very, very sharp angle, 413 feet. You saw that Mando that's immediately on the right side. This road does play as a river OB. You won't see many discs with the flight path or ability to make the turn that the drone did right here. But there's another fairway, probably 50 feet further than where the drone turned, that you'll see that you'll see us try to go for. High putter / mid-range turnover, or a forehand or lefty backhand. will be the play. You really only need to get about 260, 280 feet.
Yeah, but you want to make sure that you're getting through and getting to that landing area like Ez did, because if not, you'll be in the thick of some trees that will make you test your scrambling skills. I guess we'll see on your next shot.
Yep, there's the thick of those trees that he was speaking of.
Oh.
And this has kicked over towards that blue fairway I said nobody would take. He's not quite in the fairway, but he might have an opportunity to go that way.
Yeah, it's better off than you would expect from where everyone else is going and ending up in, whoa.
That was a great second tree there.
He was hitting OB.
Yeah, that was going to kick over that road. He's now in a pretty tricky spot, but much better than it could have been.
Yeah, with Adams, a tee shot, the fact that there were two fairways actually was beneficial for him. The fact that he could go through the second one and be on the edge. Where's the basket?
You can kind of see it straight through that hole. If I can get through that first part, it's pretty open.
Oh, yeah.
And I was very happy with that. Oh man, I just got sad. That's a replacement gator for my straight white gator that I had very, very perfectly seasoned and beat in. That's a one that I used to throw that's the replacement for it for now.
Wait, where is it? Did you lose it or is it?
Yeah, it's gone. It's in St. Louis on a course, not in water. I don't know where. But it's all right. That one did well for me. I'm over it now. We've got 4 birdie looks here. Isaac being the furthest away from out of position. Excuse me, Adam did pitch up.
Yeah, he did get a kick off of a tree.
Yeah, so Adam is here for a par.
Yeah.
But Isaac able to scramble for a birdie, being with this short par 4.
Adam saves his par.
And that ditch behind the basket is a nice little collection point. If you can get up there without too much speed, you'll have a pretty easy birdie putt from down there.
Easy straddle.
Yeah, so after that first bogey, I was able to get 3 birdies in a row. Get a little bounce back going. So 3 holes in a row, we've got 3 birdies on the card and 1 par. That hole also averaging about a quarter stroke under par. Hole 8 is 276 foot, par 3. We've got this OB path that, that you throw over and then have a late gap to hit. Either right side or left side. If you can get through clean, you'll have a circle 1 look.
Yep.
There usually will be a right to left, I believe, is the typical wind here. So once you get out of that first gap, you could run into a little bit of wind. And Ezra standing that one up nicely. Gets a good slide. He'll be 25 feet or so off to the right side.
I'm not sure if you mentioned this initial gap because of the offset of the trees. It really shapes how your shot needs to come out in order just to get over the road.
Yeah, you see me trying to throw a hyzer stand up there rather than just a straight shot. That's because of the shape of this initial gap. You see that tree on the left side sticking out.
Ooh, he comes close to it, but gets by and about 20, 25 out from the pin. Open look.
And Adam,
going with the forehand,
knowing the local lines, going with a forehand flex shot, and does skip through there, gets up there just outside the circle.
That had to be a misfire, though, right?
I'm not real sure.
I mean, there's obviously a way over there, but we'll say he meant to do it since he took a bird.
Yes,
we'll say he meant to do it.
He was a stable disc, so he was expecting it to come back. He gets the berg in for the birdie from just outside the circle. I'm also just outside the circle here.
Damn, you get the bird too. Had a few trees to navigate, it looks like.
Pretty clean look. Just back in the trees. And then now we have Isaac and Ezra from about the same distance. Looks like he left that one just a bit soft, but able to connect anyway.
Yeah, as it was hitting the chains, he was questioning it.
Ezra maybe a step closer than Isaac. Connects, and we get our star birdie here on hole 8.
That's one way to end the front.
Yeah, as we had 5A and 6B, that is 10 holes here. And a great front 10 to start 2022.
Yeah. Definitely.
Here at the Savannah Open, Tom Triplett Park.
I want to thank you for watching the video. Make sure you stay tuned for the back half. Like, share, subscribe. Find us on Patreon. Do all of the above.
Do it.